I'm up for a challenge, man.
All right.
Never back down.
Tom Petty.
I won't back down?
Because wow. I'll leave that in and see if we get sued.
Think Tom Petty listens to the show?
From up above?
He's not dead.
Isn't Tom Petty dead?
No.
Yes.
No fucking way is Tom Petty dead.
You want to try that again?
When did he die?
5, 6 years ago, 8 years ago, October 2nd, 2017.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was dead.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg, and the heartbreaker to my Tom Petty, that is Flex. What's up, big fella?
I just need everybody to know that I was unaware that Tom Petty was dead.
Spoiler alert.
I'm going to put that out there. Apparently, it's been 8 years, and I had no idea.
Yeah,
so,
it's like 8 years in a month. So if anybody else didn't know, sorry for ruining your day if you were a Petty fan.
Yeah, I'm trying to collect myself over here, trying to figure out what I have been doing with my life.
Flex is in a tizzy. It's going to be a show, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Whew. All right. Well, thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. Follow us at Craft Beer Republic on the socials, 805-538 Beer, all of that good stuff. We have quite the show for you. I went to that concert when we had the big concert beers discussion. I'll give a quick recap of that. Some updates on Malibu Brewing. I'm excited. Some booze news to get to, including a bunch of drunkenness in the same town. And little update from our spicy beer conversation a couple of weeks ago. But we'll get to all that. I can't wait. So if you don't mind, I've had a fucking day, and I'd like to hydrate myself. So I'm going to jump on
Please do, because I've heard all about it already.
Yes. Sorry. Do I ever? And might I say, very excited to be having a beer with you tonight. Feels like it's been multiple weeks or something.
Every time it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best kind of friend, the best kind of hangout is every time you're together. Yeah. It's like, oh man, I feel like I haven't seen you forever. And
yeah, could have been yesterday, could have been 6 months ago. Yeah, feels like forever.
Yep,
yeah, exactly. Well, with Flex, I'm drinking Grand Ole Hoppery, a collaboration between Almanac Brewing and Cellar Maker. I'm going to be honest, I chose it strictly because of the can art.
That is some of the best can art I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's a black background, and it's got like these neon guys. One of them has a hop head. They're playing at the Grand Ole Opry. Made me think of your trips to Nashville and all that.
That's the first thing I thought of. Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is a hazy double IPA. It's a hazy IPA, double dry hopped with Citra, Cryo, Nectaron, and Nelson. 6.8%, a 3.95 with 411 ratings on Untapped. And they say, we teamed up with our friends at Cellar Maker Brewing for a honky-tonkin' hop celebration we're calling Grand Ole Hoppery. This hazy IPA is a nod to country roots and juicy riffs of a different kind, featuring a double dry hop of Citra, Cryo, Nectaron, and a tangy twist of Nelson for a bright melodic finish. Whether you're picking a banjo or just picking your next pour, this beer hits all the right notes.
At least it's hitting something.
It's right. On the nosebuds here. Ooh, got a lot of mango, real tropical fruits coming at me. Some mango, maybe a little bit of melon too. It's a light but distinguished nose, I would say. Like the mango really pops. I'm going to go in here.
Please do. Daddy.
Haven't heard a well-placed daddy in a while.
You know, I try not to overuse the daddy because you can really daddy yourself some daddies.
You can really over daddy.
Yeah. So to prevent that, I've been controlling my daddy.
Yeah. This is really nice. As you can see, it's properly hazy.
It looks wonderfully like light to medium bodied. I can just tell by the way the beer moves and the way it looks in the glass. It looks wonderful. Yeah.
It's not a chunky boy. It's medium bodied, has a great head on it. Has what was that? Oh, just a bubble. It the flavor on it really follows the nose there, and a lot of mango, a lot of tropical, but also a little bit of that hop burn that you enjoy.
Oh, I love that.
Like you just get that little bit of tinge of like, here it is. enjoy it, you know?
You know what that reminds me of is when you drink like an ice cold soda on a hot summer day and you get that burn down your throat from the carbonation. That's what the hop burn kind of reminds me of.
Because you just cracked it and you drink it way too fast and it's ice cold.
Exactly. It's kind of a weird feeling to enjoy, but I think that's probably why I enjoy the hop burn taste, the flavor. So
I can see that. Yeah, this is a real nice beer to drink. 2 heavy hitters coming together from California, Almanac and Cellar Maker. I bought one. I could definitely go for a couple more.
Oh, okay. That's tall order right there.
Yeah.
A tall boy order.
4-pack of tall boy orders.
4-pack of tall boy coming in at you.
Exactly. Before I forget, shout out to our top listening city of last week, and that was Los Angeles.
Yeah, City of the Angels.
That's right.
That's what I hear, at least. I don't know. That's what
they say. Yet to find one.
I've heard it.
Still nerding out with the podcast stuff. So if you guys haven't, please do all the following and subscribing, especially on Apple Podcasts. That's where I'm doing a lot of the work.
Did you find out anything new?
No. The only thing new that happened was the new keyword I'm trying to get to hit is beer podcast instead of craft beer. That's why I'm asking that you put both in a review, craft beer and beer podcast.
That's right. Yes.
So beer podcast, we weren't on there at all. If you clicked on that, we did show up under beer podcast at like number 56.
Whoa.
Which is way, I know it sounds like, oh, it's way down there. It's almost at the very bottom. Yes. But it went from nothing at all to 56. And so, you know, that's something. So now we're trying to work our way up. It disappeared from that list for a while. And then it's like back on there. I don't know as of today. I actually haven't looked today if it's back on that list. So there's some fluctuations. I also noticed the days we released episodes, especially with the craft beer term, it bumps up a couple of spots. So
right on.
I'm just trying to figure it all out. I had a couple of friends leave reviews. I believe it was 2 weeks ago, and they all happened to do them around the same day. And because of that, I think it bumped it a couple of spots. Like all of a sudden, that's when it showed up at number 56, and on the craft beer term, it jumped up to number 5 real quick and kind of backed its way back down. Anyways, I don't understand any of it, but it's super nerdy, and I'm enjoying the shit out of it. So if you can help out, go to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, subscribe, all that good stuff. Even if you don't use it, if you just have it, do it anyways, because a lot of the other podcast apps pull from Apple's directory, not the RSS feed. Anyways, it's a whole thing.
Please feed into Greg's nerd techie geekiness.
Right. Unless you're tired of me talking. You know what? How about that? If you are tired of me talking about it, do it so I can stop talking about it on the show.
I'm not tired of it. You're passionate about it. It's
so much passion.
It's enlightening to see how jazzed up you get.
Yeah. Also, update on Celebration. Remember a couple weeks ago I was saying I did not want the Costco jumbo pack of Celebration.
Yeah, I don't even want a 6-pack.
Right. I'm kind of there with you. And so intern Brian hit me up. I was like, I'll share a Costco pack with you. I said, I don't think you understand. I want 2. I only want 2. I don't want the other 22. So I don't even want to share and have 10 hang around my house. Like I want literally 2 celebrations.
Why don't you just meet in the middle and split a 6-pack of it?
Maybe that's the way to do it. So I went to my favorite bottle shop, Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Sold out.
Sold out completely.
Sold out completely. I even found where it should have been. They had the tag turned around, and it was right next to the other Sierra Nevada stuff, and that's why I was able to find it.
That's wild, because I was at my local TJ's 2 Fridays ago, and they had an entire shelf of their 6-packs, just Celebration to the wall.
Exactly. Last time I was there, which had been a couple weeks, tons and tons and tons. This time, sold out. Maybe they're listening to the show, and they know that I want them. So I even...
Or everybody figured the best bottle shop in town is finally Trader Joe's.
I fucked myself by telling everybody how great it is. I went to another Trader Joe's, also sold out.
Interesting.
I was quite surprised.
Do they both have similar beer departments? How they're like
yeah,
you
all
said,
the ones in the area.
Nice.
Yeah, all the ones in the area are pretty similar. So I thought they'll have it. And I didn't even see a tag turned around at this one. So I don't know if they had it to begin with and sold out, or if it just no celebrations. But they had all the other Sierra Nevada staples like Pale Ale and Hazy Little Thing and a couple of those things. So they're getting shipments of Sierra Nevada. Where's the fucking Celebration?
It's got to be done with by now.
I guess so. I don't want to have to go back to Total Wine.
I know a lot of our seasonal stuff here, because of the craft beer industry currently, on the decline. Mm-hmm. Breweries aren't packing in on the same quantity as they would for their seasonals, and they're cutting it off at a limit, putting out whatever they can, and they're just hoping they sell it all.
I believe it. And that's an expensive beer to make. It's all fresh hops and whatnot. So I totally believe it. But if anybody sees a couple of singles out in the wild, you let me know. Or if you want 4 of a 6-pack, also let me know. I got 5 on it.
That's not a bad deal. Even if you bought the 6-pack.
Yeah, I don't want
the 4 beers away.
Yeah, I guess so.
Keep
Maybe
the 2. So if anybody's looking for 4 free celebrations,
my address
Greg know.
is 6273. No, yeah, I don't know. I need to find like a party to go to. In fact, I think I'm going to a party in a few weeks, like a Christmas party. Maybe I just buy the 6-pack, and bring whatever I haven't drank to that party and be like, hey guys, I brought Christmas beers.
I think that's a great idea.
Bring the extra. Oh, I have 4-pack rings because I'm a nerd. Bring the extra 4 in a 4-pack ring, so it looks like I only bought a 4-pack and I didn't drink 2. Oh my god, what a fucking genius!
That's genius.
Oh, they'll think I bought a 4-pack just for them.
Now what you have to do is you have to go to another bottle shop, peel off one of the sticker price tags.
Yeah.
So then you can put it on your 4-pack ring, and it actually looks like you bought it.
Genius.
Hey, I'm only your sidekick.
Oh, we're gonna do this.
I can't wait for it.
I hope the Christmas party, which I'm going to, doesn't listen to this show.
I was just going to say that. I hope the host is not listening.
Yeah.
But even if they are, who cares? You're getting celebration.
I just come walking in with celebration like, reject beers. Thank you.
Somebody might know.
I think intern Brian will be there.
Well, he's going to know celebration doesn't come on a ring, like a 4-pack ring.
That's also true. Yeah, and he will have listened to this by then. He always does. So.
Well, he's a wonderful friend and a great listener and a sexy son of a bitch.
That's right. Keep it to yourself, intern Brian.
Yeah, shh.
He knows what party I'm talking about. All right. Before I get too deep into that, concert beers. I told you, we went to that concert. We had a long conversation about
we often discuss this.
Yeah, I was like, what's the perfect drink? We decided it was beers because you can really maintain yourself. Good news. I did not go crazy. I did not get stoned first. No edibles.
That's always a great idea.
Yeah, no Jack and Diets. And I just had beer that night. It was a fun show. Jack's Mannequin. We already talked about it. But the one thing I will say is the venue fucking sucked. And I could have used 1 or 2 more beers, but it was so shitty. I didn't want to leave my spot because the venue was so bad. So it was House of Blues in Anaheim.
Was it like general admission?
It was GA. So here's the thing. We've been there before one other time. House of Blues in Anaheim, GA only, unless you want to pay. We went and asked because it was so bad. How much would... Our tickets were around $80-$85 each for GA. And then they had these VIPs up top where you
on the balcony, right?
On the balcony, actual seats. There were a ton open. So I'd said to the wife, hey, go find out how much those are because there's a VIP table and I'll hold down the fort. And I said, I'm going to leave it up to you whether you think it's worth it or not. And I was thinking like $100 each.
My guess was $300
each or total?
Each.
Okay. They were $250 each, $500 for the 2 of us to upgrade. On top of the tickets we'd already paid for.
So roughly $300.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
Even more actually. So
that is insane.
So she gave the lady the old fuck you and turned around. She came back. I said, did you get them? She goes, you want to guess how much they were? And I said, $150 each. And she goes, nope. So when she told me,
I would have upgraded then.
Yeah, because you know what? If she said 100 each to upgrade, I was in for sure. That was a no-brainer because the standing room was such shit. And when she told me it was $500, I was like, nope, you made the right call. So venue sucked. They have 0 crowd control, and people are like ducking behind these large pillars, trying to poke their head out and see. It was way oversold.
I would say, was it just too small of a venue for the event?
Well, we had been there one other time to see Andrew McMahon, not as Jax, but as Andrew McMahon. And it was for his 40th birthday. So I thought like that's because he's from Orange County. This is in Orange County. So a lot of people came out and it was a great event. It was apparently not oversold that night. We had no problem seeing, but the more I started to think about it, that was kind of right after COVID. It was like 2022.
Oh, that makes a hell of a lot of sense then.
So I think less people were willing
afraid to get out.
Yeah. Nuts to butts wasn't quite as appealing at that point, where now people have stopped caring for the most part. And I think that was the big problem. But it was so bad that, people were legitimately tripping over people. Waiters were coming through the crowd with food. They needed a back entrance.
Okay, that's super weird.
Yeah. And so then they're like pushing us out of the ways they come through. And it was just a shit show and could have been really helped out with A, some crowd control, and B, you didn't sell those VIPs. Why don't you sell them for less than $250?
Put the price down just a little bit.
Yeah, get a few people off the floor, would you? So I would not be going back to that venue. That we thought we liked it after the last time. Like, oh, this is a great show, but it was bad. It kind of ruined the show.
That's what's really nice about our venue like that for, I guess you'd say, smaller shows, is they have 3 different floors, and each one is bigger and bigger. You know, so they have like the basement. And the basement has like 2 stages, and it's for real small shows.
Okay.
Then there's the second level, and they have a bigger stage, and it's where they put on most of their shows. And you could fit a decent number of people in there. It gets a little crowded, but nothing that is like intolerable.
Yeah.
And then they have what they call the Eagles Ballroom on the top floor, and that thing is fucking ginormous. There's always room in the back to like just chill out, relax, hang out, or you can just go with the crowd and, you know, pack in. But super wonderful venue. So what you're talking about sounds awful.
Yeah, it was awful. And we have a lot of great smaller venues, especially like, so Anaheim's a couple hours from us. It's where Disneyland is. Near us, people who know me are going to be like, oh yeah, Ventura Theater's a great spot. A lot easier to deal with. In Los Angeles, like last year we saw something corporate at the Palladium, which was a great wide open. Honestly, it looked like a skating rink. The floor, it was like the size of a big skating rink, had the wood floor and everything. It was really cool. It's the first time I'd been there, but that was great. The Wiltern, the El Rey. There's so many good theaters in LA that handle that so much better. And this was just a fucking shit show, and we won't be going back. So fuck you, House of Blues Anaheim.
Don't oversell your shows.
Yeah, exactly. Keep your pants on or whatever. But had a couple beers. They even had Made West, which, you know, that was nice to see.
That is cool.
Yeah, had a couple of Made West hazies, so that was good times. Great show.
I would have overindulged if that was there.
Yeah, it was. You know, the only reason I did it was because
100% would have.
Like 2/3 way through the show, I really wanted another beer at that point. But I was looking around. I was like, if I leave, we're losing our spots.
Right.
And
I'm assuming you were into the crowd.
Honestly, not that far. We were not in the back, but we were also not even in the middle. You know, I'd say we're 2/3 of the way back,
okay,
or something like that. But my wife is not a large person, so it was, you know, she's not going to hold down the fort. I also felt bad because the last time she did get the beers the last time because of that, and like got bumped into 30 times on the way back and ended up spelling, you know, a fair amount of beer. And
so you get half full beers.
Pretty much. So I was like, fuck it. I also didn't want to give them any more money. I was so annoyed at how bad the venue was. So I was like, fuck it. But I digress. Let's talk about nice things.
Yeah, I like nice things. What do we got?
Yeah. Malibu Brewing. One of my favorite spots.
They are great.
We talked about this, almost a year and a half ago. They bought a brewery called Ladyface, which is much closer to me even than Malibu. They were going to move into it by the end of the year. Ryan had been texting me on the inside, like, hey, here's our plan. Never happened. So here we are a year and a half later. They finally have their permits. Apparently it was a permitted issue.
It's always a permit issue.
And yeah, permits for like construction, all that stuff. And they're looking to open spring 2026.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
both excited and worried because I think I might go broke.
Spring of 2026 is just around the corner.
Yeah, so I'm very excited because the food is so good.
Well, it gives you time to save some money. You know, maybe
I should do like
Malibu
a swear
Brewing
jar.
like stash aside. Like,
yeah, Malibu Brewing swear jar. Every time I cuss on the show, I put in $1. And
there you go.
that'll give me my first couple months worth. So they're going to do a full bar, cocktails, everything. They're also going to brew on site. So I'm really hoping they do some like sours or some funky stuff.
I love when they do that and they don't just do like a tap room, like brew pub type deal.
Because that location has always been a brewery. So why not use the equipment that's there?
Yeah, I mean, you have the area, the space for it. Absolutely.
Exactly. So very exciting. I can't wait. So looking forward
I'm
to
excited for you. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you. Sorry. And then lastly, Flex, your Midwesternisms are adorable.
Sometimes they outshine themselves.
A little bit. Tavor, Modelo. Everybody knows what's up.
Yeah, I just think phonetically. Is that so bad?
And that's exactly what happened in what I'm about to talk about.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what this is, but this is like a big surprise.
I was hanging out with Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
And he goes, hey, I was listening to the show a couple weeks ago, and I picked up something when you guys were talking about spicy beers and Flex liking hot sauce. Like, I think the guy from Eagle Park dumps like hot sauce and beers and that thing.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
I have the clip. Let's listen to the clip before we further analyze.
I'm already so embarrassed. It's like a can of one of their light lagers, cracks the tab just a little bit, and then he puts like Cholula hot sauce on it. He puts a green hot sauce, like right on the, like all in the top of the beer. So it's like pooling up. And then he puts like tahini on it, and he puts like tapatio, and I think that's how you say it. And I don't know, just he puts all these hot sauces and then tahini, and then you crack the tab and open up the beer entirely, and everything falls in, and then you chug like a quarter to a third of the beer, and then you get to like sip and enjoy the rest, and it's really, really delicious. Like very delicious.
And I was just listening along, nodding and agreeing. Like, this sounds interesting. I'm not a spicy beer guy, but all right. This one flew right the fuck over my head.
I was just trying to remember what the bottle looked like. I thought, I don't know. Tapatio and.
Okay, so you know which hot sauce I'm calling out.
Yeah, it's.
Do you know how it's pronounced?
I still don't even know. I haven't even looked at a bottle since.
Because you said it so just nonchalantly, it didn't even register. And Scott was like, I think he meant Tapatio.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're sitting there, and I pull up the podcast while we're sitting there talking about this. And I'm scrolling through. I find it in the transcript. And I was like, let's play. And so they played that clip. And I was like, oh, my God, I didn't even catch it.
Tapatio, and I had no idea how to actually pronounce it.
Well, now you know. I love it. First of all, I love how Midwest that was. And if you don't grow up around a lot of Spanish speaking, I could see where if you're just reading it phonetically, it's Tapatio. The great thing was the transcript actually picked it up, spelt it right, spelt it Tapatio. So clearly your phonetic pronunciation is not that off, according to AI.
Well, I'm blushing over here, but thank you.
Yeah. I was cracking up. Scott's like, yeah, I was a couple episodes behind, but I think he called Tapatio.
Sounds gourmet, you know?
You're right.
Like, that's not that good to have that name, you know?
It almost sounds Italian.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do the hand motion with the Tapatio.
Right. Hey, what's your favorite, spaghetti sauce? Oh, I love it. A Tapatio. This is so much better than ragu. Oh, that was fantastic.
Oh.
Once he brought that to my attention, I lost my shit. I was like, that's good.
Once you brought up the episode, I already knew what you were talking about. Like, yep, I'm sure I butchered that name.
So real question is, you didn't know how it's pronounced, but you knew it was wrong.
I didn't know it was pronounced. I actually don't use that hot sauce whenever I go out or even buy it home. So I only ever see the bottle at restaurants. And I was actually just trying to think of the spelling of it. And I was just hoping I had it right of the spelling.
Well, I mean, technically you did.
It's like Tapatio. Right?
Tapatio sounds like a vacation spot, like, hey, let's go on Tapatio and
that's what I was
waves.
I was like, oh man, I'm pretty sure it's spelled like that.
I love it. When he brought that to my attention, I was cracking up.
I just went with it.
Yeah. Well, the good news is you're pretty. So.
Aw, thanks, man. Just wish my brain was pretty.
We got to teach you guys some Spanish out there in the Midwest. It'll click right in once you learn the Espanol.
I know some words. I don't speak it too well.
Yeah.
I speak very Midwestern Spanish.
Yeah.
Or
Me gusto cerveza.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That was the first thing I ever learned.
I just say random words like at work we got this girl in bakery. She's Puerto Rican, and her mom works weekends to help us out, and she's like super Puerto Rican. And I will often just throw in some Spanish words, and she gets a kick out of it. So like she came in one morning and she wasn't feeling too hot, and I said, fiesta. And she laughed pretty hard.
That's funny because it's not even like you asked her if she was hungover.
No,
you just went straight to like,
I don't know how to ask that in Spanish.
I think I'm going to butcher this. I think it's estés crudo.
Oh no.
Are you hungover? Like, I think it translates to like, are you raw or something like that. That's what somebody taught me one time.
No sé.
Sí, mucho.
Yeah. I don't know how to use the past tense of to have. So I would be like, ¿Tienes más cervezas?
Well, let's see.
But that doesn't translate either. Did you have more drinks?
Right.
Yeah.
Because you want too many, not more.
Yeah. Once I graduated high school, I forgot about all of the present, the past participle, the future, just all that shit.
Same. Like I went to Spain and I tried to use some Spanish. And this was 6 years after high school, 6.5. I went to Spain. I was like, oh, I'll use some Spanish. I took, 4 years of Spanish in high school. And my cousin had been living there for a few months. And the one thing I remember is like we walk up to go see a movie and she says something to the guy in Spanish. Hey, how's it going? And he, in return to her, says in Spanish, theater, whatever, to your left. And so I walked up and I'm like, hola, with like super gringo accent. And he immediately goes, here you go, theater 3 to the left. Like, I'm like, hola, como estas, and he picked up on it right away.
In 7th grade, one of the first lines we learned was like to go to the movies, and it was ir al cine. I will forever remember that.
Yeah. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Sí. Por favor.
All right. Well, speaking of cervezas, let's see what your cerveza eat right now.
I got a fun one.
In a world where craft beer is king, a world where muscles are bigger than growlers, only one tongue can guide us. One man, one tongue, one tongue jobber. In this world, we must find out what is Flex drinking.
All right. So here's kind of a fun little story. So sometimes I talk about my sister-in-law's husband and how cool he is, and he's a bourbon hunter, and he's, into craft beer, and he enjoys himself a good beverage.
Yeah.
So he travels for work, and, sometimes he'll hit up some spots and he'll let me know. So he sent me a text the Monday before Thanksgiving it was. And you're going to laugh at this. He said, I'm at Treehouse Brewery in Albany, New York. Hear of it? It's good stuff.
No shit.
So I went on to just say how it is one of the best breweries in the country, maybe the world. Told them, the big beer names, if they had them, to try them. And then told him I would exchange oral favors for beers to be brought back.
Small price to pay.
So fast forward a couple days, about 3 days. Him and his wife and the family, they came over the morning of Thanksgiving because they were going to his parents, and, we weren't going to see each other later. My wife said, hey, Jenny and the kids and Mike are coming over. I said, oh, cool. No bullshit. That guy walks in with 2 cans of King Julius. I've never had King Julius before.
Oh, really?
Never, not once ever. I was completely awestruck. I was shocked. Totally caught me by surprise. So today, Flex is drinking Treehouse Brewing's King Julius.
Oh, fantastic.
A legendary can, right?
Yep.
I think their cans are so amazing. The writing of the beer title, the logo, and this one especially, it's orange. I fucking love orange. It's my favorite color. If nobody knew that, not that it even matters. So then I was looking at some untapped statistics on King Julius here. Do you want to take a guess at what this collective rating is on this beer?
Oh, it's such a hype brewery. It's got to be like 475.
That's really fucking close. So out of 71,500 check-ins, it is a collective 4.61.
Wow. Yeah.
Which is, to me, almost impossible.
It's insane.
It is a double American IPA. It says so on the can. And it's 8.2% ABV. Untapped here reads, King Julius is an American double IPA brewed to be an exceptionally flavorful, juicy, and hop-saturated beer while never tiring the palate. Its vivid citrus aromas give way to flavors of orange creamsicle, mango smoothie, and a bounty of fresh tropical fruit. We find it to be supremely soft in the midst of an onslaught of flavor, a beer we are quite proud of. So I tell you what, pouring this beer out, it looks like a fucking mango smoothie. It is obnoxiously hazy. The color of it is to die for. The smell on the old nose buds here is a lot of that creamsicle, little of that mango coming through, but it is pungent in flavor. And then on the old tongue jobby.
Here we go.
I mean, it is exquisitely soft. All of that orange creamsicle, that mango, just all on the palate. You get a little bit of low end bitterness because it is an American IPA. It is not a hazy. They do not call it a hazy. It is not a juicy. So for this to be a double American IPA, this is completely mind-blowing. You would think this would be a hazy IPA, juicy, et cetera, maybe even by the looks of it, a milkshake.
Yeah, I mean, it looks hazy or milkshakey or something thick boy like that.
You know, we talk shit about hype breweries sometimes, talk shit about hype beer sometimes because, you know, it's a lot of chase.
Right.
Treehouse is 100% legit. This King Julius, 100% legit. I got 2 cans, Greg. I would buy 24.
I was going to say. I don't know if that's a fair rating system for this beer.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know if there's any way you can rate it. And then the cherry on top of this to boot. So today we're recording it's the 1st of December. Happy December, everybody.
Happy December.
This can was canned on November 23rd.
Oh, that's a fresh boy.
It's fresher than fresh. It's fucking delicious. And I did think it was funny. The bottom of the can says, "Let's go Pats." I like that they, you know, when they get funny messages on there. So
yeah, I'm taking off 1 star for that.
Stop it.
375.
So I'd like to say thank you to my, not technically my brother-in-law, but there's no good term for it. So my brother-in-law, Mike. Thank you, Mike, very much he's my sister-in-law's husband.
Doesn't that make him your brother-in-law?
No, my brother-in-law is my wife's brother.
Oh, yeah.
You could look it up. There's no term. We've tried it before.
Have we? Okay. That sounds somewhat familiar.
Yeah. So, yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. This is a phenomenal treat, and I'm really glad I didn't have to pay up on that oral favor.
Hey, day's not over. Hey, Mike, I'm known to pay up. Just saying.
Oh, man. On that note.
805-538 beer. Call me. All right. On that note, news, everybody. We've been talking about for a couple weeks now the big fallout with the Rogue closing. And
yeah, the abrupt closing.
Very abrupt. And now they have filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Not a huge surprise with all the back rent and whatnot that they owed. President Stephen Garrett filed the petition on behalf of Oregon Brewing Company in the U.S. District Court of Oregon, starting the liquidation process. Rogue had already shut down on November 14th, giving little to no notice to its 60 employees or its landlord, which is the Port of Newport, Flex's favorite.
It's so stupid.
Which is owed nearly $600,000 in back rent. The filing lists $1.408 million in secured claims, $576,000 in priority unsecured claims, and more than $14.77 million in non-priority unsecured claims. Rogue reports $4.9 million in assets, including $2 million in intellectual property. Northern Bank holds a secured claim of more than $1.355 million, backed by collateral valued at about $2.29 million. Columbia Bank owns $53,000 secured claim to a credit card account valued at $100,000. Priority unsecured debts include more than $510,000 owed to the Lincoln County tax collector and about $65,000 owed to the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. The 137-page filing includes 29 pages of unsecured claims totaling just under $14.78 million, including a disputed $10 million dram shop, I don't know what that means, negligence claim tied to the estate of Nancy Vikstrom, whoever that is. Rogue is also named in a separate civil lawsuit with Beatrest Brewing and Vin and Brow. Shareholders represented by co-founder Jeffrey D. Schultz are owed $620,023 from two promissory notes and received just over $20,000 in interest between June 9th and October 20th. Rogue reported $14.95 million in gross revenue from January 1st through the filing date, compared to $19.68 million in 2024 and $23.57 in 2023. Anyways, they owe a shit ton of money.
I say it seems like they fucked up, and it just seemed like they kept fucking up after that.
Exactly.
And they just kept snowballing, and they didn't know what to do.
And to top that off, there's a second story that lists Rogue's possible list of suitors from pre-bankruptcy. So these are people that have looked into their financial assets. And it's all public. So Columbia Bank and Northern Bank, this is Rogue's second secured creditors. Ockley Brands, the winemaker that also owns Mac and Jack's Craft Brewery, and Silver City Brewing out of Bremerton, Washington. Ninkasi Holdings Company out of Eugene, East Fork Group Limited, and Tilray Brands,
Shocker.
American Beverage Craft. That was hard to say.
Tilray looking to buy something else?
Right, exactly. And they put their address as Sweetwater. So basically, like, any of those companies might be looking to potentially buy Rogue. At this point, probably just the IP. Also of note in the filing, Rogue was carrying more than $1.2 million in hop inventory. Just got a bunch of hops sitting in the fridge right now.
That's fucking crazy.
Along with $692,000 in labeled and bottled beverages, $2.88 million of barrel aging whiskey. They have over almost $3 million of whiskey sitting around in barrels right now. More than $1 million in raw materials and $614,000 in packaging. I feel like if they just stayed open another month just to get that shit out on the shelves, maybe they'd be okay.
Right, or at least not owe as much.
Right.
Yeah,
it's fucking nuts.
That sounds like a poorly run business for who knows how long.
Right. So if somebody could swoop in and pay off their debts or whatever and buy the brand, you get a shit ton of products ready.
Yeah, you don't have to buy anything or make anything yet.
Even if you just need some hops, that sounds like they got them. That's nuts.
Here they recently decided to add more hops.
I heard they recently decided to add more hops to it.
Yeah, that would
nailed it.
Do them some good right now.
Yeah. How about this?
Now let's talk a little bit about hops.
Let's talk about them because they got a lot.
Can you sell those after
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sure.
Is there a secondary market for pre-owned hops?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard of smaller breweries going to somewhat bigger breweries and be like, "Hey, I'm out of whatever hop. Do you have any?" Like, sure, we'll sell them to you. Kind of thing. I don't know if that's
turn into the Goodwill of hop stores.
Yeah. I don't know if that's above board or if that's sort of who knows, but not my business. We'll see what happens. The Siebel Institute of Technology, one of the leading brewing schools in the country, will leave Chicago and move to Montreal on January 1st. Siebel cited operational costs, industry trends, increased student visa challenges to enter the U.S. as some of its reasons for the cross-border move. Siebel GM and Director of Education John Hanafan said in the release, recent regulatory changes in the U.S. have made it much more challenging for many of our international students who have become the majority of our student body to attend classes in person. Relocation of North American classroom operations to Montreal allows us to pivot without sacrificing the student experience. So that'll be interesting. A lot of big-time brewers went to Siebel.
Honestly, I didn't know that would be a real thing, like a top-notch brewery school. I guess
it's
not something you really think about. like Ivy League schools for education. You're like, oh yeah, guy went to Harvard, guy went to Yale. It's like, nah, fucking brewer went to Siebel.
Yeah, it's like somebody went to community college, but I went to Siebel.
Guy's nuts.
Yeah. He knows how to take hydrometer readings like no one else.
Yeah, he could brew your mom, Jeez.
I already did.
Hey-o.
Athletic Brewing is on pace to hit 500,000 barrels this year before the end of the year.
It's a lot of barrels.
Yeah, they're also going to be launching the Athletic Light Lime and Salt as a cocktail-inspired NA beer.
I can't wait for them. Like, how most breweries will, brew real beer.
Yeah.
And then
those are my favorite types of
They'll come
brewers.
out with like the 1 or 2 NAs, and then they'll just kind of sit. I can't wait for Athletic Brewing to finally do like a regular light lager.
Right.
Like a 3.2%. Right. And it's just like, oh, hey. And all the fans of Athletic Brewing are going to be like, oh, hey, yeah, great. They came out with the alcohol beer.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be even funnier if it tasted like garbage.
What are we going to do with this?
Yeah. Oh, you want us to get drunk? Ew.
What?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's beer.
Super weird. I have to finish off with these 2 stories, and you'll see why when I hit the second story. Drunk driver found asleep behind the wheel in traffic in Anne Arundel County, which is in Maryland. Officers responded to Annapolis Road after a driver was found asleep in a traffic lane. Once on the scene, police noticed signs of impairment due to alcohol. No shit, he was asleep behind the wheel in lanes.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. As a result, the driver, identified as 32-year-old Rudy Oriana, was taken into custody. Police noted that the officers located a loaded, unserialized 9mm polymer 80 handgun beneath the driver's seat of the vehicle. Oriana was charged with DWI, possession of a firearm, and related gun offenses.
You know what's really shady? Hiding your gun under the driver's seat of a car.
Your gun that is not, it's a ghost gun. There's no serial.
So that I mean, that's shady in itself. But
right.
Just hide. Geez.
Mm-hmm. Put it in your glove box.
Yeah, I got nothing. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And so then, as I'm searching through more stories, drunk driver with handgun arrested after 2 crashes in Hanover. Where's Hanover?
Maryland.
Anne Arundel County.
Unreal.
Anne Arundel County police recovered a loaded handgun from a drunk driver after he was involved in 2 car crashes on Friday. On November 28th, around 11:25 p.m., officers responded to the 7,000 block of Arundel Mills Circle for a report of a car crash in which the driver appeared to be unresponsive behind the wheel. The driver then put the car in drive and sped off.
That's what you don't do.
Right. As officers began arriving at the scene. Not too long after, the car was involved in a second crash, which disabled both vehicles. Anne Arundel County police said they observed signs of impairment by alcohol, and detained the driver. A loaded 9mm Glock handgun was found next to the driver's seat, according to officials. The driver was identified as 24-year-old Cameron Randall of Severn, who is prohibited from possessing firearms and was arrested and charged.
Was really hoping it was going to be the same guy.
Yeah, that would be great. In fact, as I read the second story, I thought, oh, this must be just a different telling of the first one. And then I got through more details. I was like, oh, different gun, different person. Nope. It's fucking going down in Anne Arundel County.
Apparently that's the thing to do in Maryland.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to do.
Never been.
You want to go?
All I've ever heard was crab cakes and football. That's what they do.
And handguns.
And handguns and drunk driving.
Right. Maybe we should go. Let's go buy like a shit car, like a big, like old pickup truck where we won't get hurt and just start running into people.
Yeah, because it's normal.
Seems like it.
Yeah, they're going to think it's fine.
What else are you going to do in Anne Arundel County besides try to pronounce that name all drunk?
Yeah, hopefully that's right, too.
Who knows?
Yeah.
What a fucking horrible name.
And if it's not, who cares, Maryland?
Nobody else is going to know.
Why are we shitting on Maryland?
I don't know. No real reason, honestly.
Just it felt right.
Because a name like Anne Arundel needs to be shit on.
Yeah, it just makes me think of Frozen.
Why Frozen?
Because they live in the city of Arundel.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah, how can I tell that I have kids and you don't?
I've seen Frozen.
Oh, that's almost making it worse.
Yeah, only once, like when it was newish. So anyways, let's make like Elsa and let it go. Hi, Vanessa.
It's well played. Hi, Vanessa.
Oh dear. Follow us on the socials at Craft Beer Republic. Email us, mail at craftbeerrepublic.com, 805-538-BEER, all that good stuff. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys are drinking some good beers out there. Most importantly, I hope you're all staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.